In this world where we are constantly hustling and bustling and trying to learn to be better, trying to learn from other people, we're always learning, we're always learning, and we learn from books, we do courses, we learn from people who have succeeded enormously in their life, we learn from people who have failed in their life. So this video is going to be about the things I learned while turning 22. Most of the time we try to get better from outside, but we tend to ignore this person, that yeah, us, you, me, I mean ourselves. So today I'm going to talk about the 10 important life lessons I have learned while turning 22. So let's get to it. Hello, I'm Ritusha and welcome to my channel. This is going to be my special space where I'll be talking about my life, my journey, productivity, self-development, spirituality, yoga, and every random stuff. And you guys are interested in this content, then please subscribe to my channel. I'll be uploading video every Wednesday, so stay tuned. So let's get to the 10 life lessons I have learned. So the first lesson is getting uncomfortable and being confident. Yes. In my opinion, these two things go hand in hand, because when you get uncomfortable, when you get out of your comfort zone, you get confident. Because I have experiences like if I did something which I was not confident in, and by practicing it, I excelled in it, and it built up my confidence like this to this. So yes, if you gotta do big, if you gotta be big, you gotta do big, right? That's one of the reasons why I started doing YouTube videos. Yeah. So why do I listened to this podcast on, I think, Harvard Business podcast, I guess. Yeah, it was the podcast of Andy Molinsky. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it was yeah. And he talked about getting uncomfortable, escaping your comfort zone. He said that magic happens when you're out of your comfort zone, and he also talked about he focused on the point why people avoid getting uncomfortable, because it's more about their fear of getting embarrassed, of getting failing. Yeah, that, don't you agree? Because I used to be like that. I used to avoid getting uncomfortable because I was fearing of embarrassment if I fail. So uh, there is this book which has this title, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. So I'm going to feel the fear and take the actions which I need to take. Yeah. Second important life lesson is stop asking for validation. Yeah, I have been through that phase for a very long time. I mean, just stop asking for validation. Stop doing things so to please others. Stop doing things for others so you will feel accepted. Be yourself, take your decision. And what worked for me to get rid of this habit was taking my own decision. It starts from small things, like taking decisions while choosing your clothes, while or going for a date, or anything, any decision which you used to ask for, which you used to ask suggestions from your um, sibling, your parents, your partner, or anything, your best friend. To start taking your own decision. You might fail, but at least you take a decision, right? So yeah, first, and if you don't know what to do about that situation, then first look at it as it is without knowing any knowledge. Then search for that thing, get the knowledge about that thing, then analyze on knowledge that you have got. And then if you feel that you need some third person's perspective, then you might go for a suggestion. So stop asking for validation from others. Yeah, that's the second important life lesson I've learned. Third major life lessons is accepting criticism. Now, criticism is something no one can hide from, and in the era that we are living in, like the social media thing, people are constantly getting criticized. Yeah, I mean, there is positive side too, but we all are afraid of criticism. So I think let's just accept it. And in my point of view, I'll look at criticism in two perspectives, where either it's true or it's not. So a good example will be if someone calls me fat, but I don't feel I'm fat. I know I'm healthy. I exercise, I eat healthy. And if it's not the truth, why would I be bothered about that? It's their opinion. So yeah, just accept the criticism. Either ignore it, or if it's a fact, let's just accept it. It doesn't harm you in any way if you think like that. Now, fourth important major life lessons is getting rid of the victim mentality. I know. I learned this lesson from this book called Four Agreement. The writer gives this example. Even if someone puts a gun on your forehead, it isn't mean to you. It's that person's perspective. It's their wrongdoing, and it doesn't has to do with you in any way. So when any bad event occurs in your life, we always tend to have this thought, why me? It's actually your ego trying to give you some sort of false image of why me. So I guess to get rid of this why me, the first thing you need to do is to be conscious and to reframe that sentence, because nothing is happening to you, everything is happening for you to learn. So anytime you have this thought, why me, why this is happening to me, reframe that sentence into it is happening for me to learn from it. And to reach that reframing point, you first need to be aware or conscious about your thoughts, which leads to our fifth life lessons, which is being aware. So the fifth life lesson is being aware or conscious. Now there are two sides of this, of being conscious. One is negative and one is positive. I'm here talking about the positive one. So usually we think we are not aware of, we are not just this physical or this mental being. There is one more aspect to it. Let's just name it soul. We operate on these three planes which are not aware of, and that's why most of the people in this world are just reacting to that. Like, we are not responding or being aware of what we think, what we do, what we talk. We are just reacting to life, which leads us to nowhere. So what I did for being conscious or being aware is giving myself 15 minutes every day. 15 minutes are so less because it's our life and we can't give 15 minutes to ourselves. Then what life are you living for? What is this life are you living for? So you can do meditation for 15 minutes, you can do journaling, you can go for a walk, you can just do anything which you like in a place where you will be peaceful and there will be no noise in the environment. So I think when you start doing this, you will gradually get to know, you will gradually have all the answers to your questions. Yeah. So that's what I learned. The sixth major life lessons is accepting yourself, fully accepting yourself. If you don't accept yourself, then who will? Do you think anyone else will accept you fully as you can? I know, right? You are the only person you have got for yourself throughout your life. Yeah, just you are the only person you have got throughout your life for yourself. This you, I am for me. I know this is getting complicated, but I guess you understood it. So yes, um, why do some people reach the peak of their success and still not satisfied with the success they have? Because they don't know themselves. They are not aware of what do they want in their life. And if you don't know yourself, you will not know what you want from life. You'll just do things, but you will not be happy. So what I did is, I uh, I say this affirmation kind of things every day. I fully accept, I love and love myself. And the one thing I would like to tell you is that allow yourself to be you and allow others to be themselves. Which leads to my next point, and that is the only thing which you need to stop doing. If you are constantly reading hundreds of books and you are not feeling satisfied, you are not learning anything, that then you need to stop, because there are many people who are always reading, but we see they are not becoming better. I mean, greater. I mean, they are understanding life. They are still in the position they were, and it's because they are just reading and not implementing in their life anything. I have been into that phase, and I think the first thing which you read before reading any book is you. Yeah, it's you. It's ourselves, because what books are, it's more of them are biographies or the biographies or the experience they have got. So why not first read ourselves and the people, environment around us? That will be the best thing to learn from, right? So if you feel stuck while reading so many books, then just stop reading that book and start reading yourself and the environment around us. That's the best thing. That's the best lesson I have learned. So the eighth life lesson is taking action. Why do you think the successful people are where they are now? Because it's the truth that you can't feel motivated 24/7. So they succeed because they take action even without they don't feel motivated. So it's our call to take action. It's our call depending upon where we want to be in our life. So let's take action. Uh, and why do people fear taking action? Because they don't feel they can do it. Thing is, human beings are very resilient. Bruce Lee says it that be like a water, but I think we are more adaptable than water. Yeah. So let's take action. So the ninth life lessons is it's never too late. I regretted the last 2 years. I mean, 2 years before it. I regretted my life so much. I regretted every decision I made. I was falling behind my life. I was comparing myself with others, but it's never too late. Then I come to see this video on YouTube. It's the title was 100 lessons from a 100-year-old. I'll give link to the video in the description box below, and it will also be after this video ends. So yeah, and the one thing from that video which still stick with me is the what that man said was, whenever I fell while making a cake, I eat it as a pudding. I mean, it's all up to your perspective, how you see failure, how your perspective is about failure, your life, everything changes when you change your perspective. It's never too late. And another example I would like to give is when I was filling up my MA form, there was this notice like a 93-year-old woman completed her ME. So it's never about age. You can start where you stand. I think that's a title of a book. Yeah, you can actually start where you stand. So it's never too late. And we come to our last life lesson, that is 10th life lesson, which is surround yourself with the positive and happy people. Because it is said somewhere like you are a mixture of 5 people around you, and it's true. You adopt the things from other people. Like I said in the starting of this video, we learn from each other, and somehow without our realization we adopt some things from someone. And if you want to be somewhere in your life, you have to surround yourself with people who are successful, with people who are happy, who are loving. Because when you see those, you get motivated and you try to incorporate those things in yourself. And the most beautiful thing you can give this to this world is being happy. And if the people around you are not happy with you being happy, then that's where you take the decision, because those are the people you don't need in your life. So be conscious about whom you take into your life. So yeah, that was my 10 major life lessons I have learned while turning 22. And let's take steps towards our goal. Let's unleash the better us that we have. Give importance to ourselves, because this is the only life we have got as this person. Even though I believe in reincarnation, this is the only person I get to be, and that is in this life. And if I don't work right now, if I don't work on myself right now, then who will? So let's all together learn from each other, learn from people around us, and grow. So if you like this video, then please like, subscribe and comment your suggestions, and stay tuned for the next video. Till then, see you.